Today we're going to talk about the origins of this gaming PC, but first we're going to go back to December 23rd of 2015.
We're going to be doing our $350 budget PC build. Hope you guys enjoy.
Man, I've changed a lot since back then. But yeah, today we're gonna take a look at this PC, which we think is in its original state where we built it almost 8 years ago. Can we get it working and make it a viable gaming PC in 2023? We're about to find out, but first, a word from today's sponsor.
Today's video is brought to you by Lexar and their new NM790 Gen 4 NVMe SSD. With exceptional performance of up to 7,400 megabytes per second read and 6,500 megabytes per second write, with capacities of up to 4 terabytes, and is also compatible as an upgrade drive for the PlayStation 5. It does all this while consuming 40% less power than DRAM cache-enabled SSDs on the market. This SSD is perfect for your next workstation or high-end gaming PC, and you can learn more by checking the link in the description down below. And big thanks again to Lexar for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the video, shall we?
So while Matt opens this relic of a PC, guys, I'm going to tell you some of the history on it. So this PC was built as our 2016 budget gaming PC, almost at 1 million views now, funny enough, and this was our New Year's build. So funny enough, for whatever reason that I can't remember, Matt was not in this video. It was actually Zach and I, but this video was for Zach's dad, so it's kind of fitting anyways. But originally this PC had an FX 6300 6-core 6-thread in it, which is actually a 3-core 6-thread, which AMD later got sued for, I believe. We have an MSI Radeon 7770 1 gig of GDDR5. We have G-Skill Ripjaw's X Series 8 gigs, and we actually did dual channel, it says, of DDR3. We have a Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte 7200 RPM drive. That thing needs to go. An EVGA 430 watt 80 plus white, and this is the DIY PC Cuboid R. We also have a Gigabyte GA78 motherboard. And yeah, I mean, this build is funny. Even in the video, we only benchmarked one game, and it was Far Cry 3. And this is, I think, back before we were really using, or at least I was using Fraps. So I think I literally just used the camera and recorded it, which, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember this cube case. Like, it was really cool back in the day, especially DIY PC. Shout out to DIY PC for being around and having cube cases.
Now it's Thermal Take, even though I think that case has been around for just as long.
And as you can tell, she's dusty. She's very dusty, and I was told there's a chance there's cat pee in here. So the real thing is, should we even see if it works in its current state?
That would be, I mean, yes. I don't think he gave it to us thinking it didn't work. I almost think I think it works.
So you know what? I'm gonna grab, oh, look at this. Like this, look at that ball right there that's forming. I'm gonna grab a monitor and we're gonna see if it works before we do a deep clean, because really, we gotta see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we gotta start figuring out what we can do to fix it, and then kind of see how far in the hole we can get with this computer, because you know what? We wanna make this thing work one way or another.
I'm just now realizing too, I'm gonna take one of these screws out. We might have used motherboard screws for the power supply.
Oh no, we didn't.
Let's see.
That was definitely, see, I knew I wasn't there. There's a reason I wasn't there.
This definitely is. I almost wanna watch the video. I think I made Zach put in the power supply. If it's me, McAllister, call me out,
Go watch
please.
the video. Who screwed in the power supply?
They're definitely being held in, so I mean, it's got that going for it, but yeah, definitely not the right screws.
Okay, oh goodness. All right, so here's our monitor. Trusty monitor, trusty monitor, trusty monitor.
Hey there, McAllister, just checking in to let you know that it turns out the monitor they're using is broken, and it's going to cost them the next 2 hours of their life. So enjoy this compilation of them struggling to figure out what's wrong.
Our moment of truth, hit the power button.
Yeah, the board didn't even really have any lights on it.
So far, it's not very promising. So far, not very promising. We don't have any LEDs on this bad boy.
Double check this monitor to make sure.
Is there something wrong with the GPU, maybe? All the behavior is of a working computer. It's just not getting video out, which is a little concerning. Hopefully, that's our only problem, just the graphics card, maybe.
Should we use one of these cards instead? Like a 4070 or something? I almost feel like an archaeologist.
Why did it have to be snakes?
This is so bad for me. Oh God, here we go. It does match the color scheme more.
God, it's crazy. This thing's so old that the motherboard screws are rusty.
The graphics card, does the 460 normally do this? Science.
Yeah. We can't get it working, guys. We've tried almost everything we can inside the case, so I'm thinking it might be a motherboard, CPU, or RAM at this point. We're probably just gonna go ahead and take this board out, because let's be real, this thing needs to be totally taken apart and cleaned anyways, and we need to figure this out first. We need to see what's going on with it. Oh yeah.
We are now seeing if it'll post with a different graphics card. I don't think the monitor has power. You know what? I have a strange feeling it's gonna work.
No.
No, same, no signal. RAM, I guess. It's not exhibiting RAM behavior, but we'll try RAM. This stuff was like the prime RAM back in the day.
Where's the power switch?
When in doubt, you need the gaming motherboard, premium quality professional service guaranteed. Is there just like everything bad in this computer? Maybe the graphics card is bad.
Why is this monitor starting to sketch me out? Like, I know it works, but like...
I know, we like tested it and it
There's
worked.
just so many things that, oh yeah, because we literally tried it on the camera. Our PC troubleshooting skills have gone downhill.
Is our troubleshooting or we met our match?
When we built this PC, we were smarter.
Wait, none of this is even the build anymore.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even work. Like none of this is even from that computer.
So now I'm like, wait, is this graphics card even good?
Oh my God. So we plugged in the 7770 into our test bench.
It's weird, it only does it when stuff's moving.
We at least know the GPU works. It's like gunk all over the place. And now we're swapping the CPU and the RAM into a new motherboard that we have confirmed worked by our PC Bro staff.
This build's pissing me off now, Jonah. Why does it keep going to boot and we're not getting boot?
I'm so confused.
I'm gonna put this monitor
But
on
we
blast,
need a new
bro.
monitor. Ugh. This monitor is being put into retirement. I don't believe that we're having this much of an issue right now.
It's time for a real monitor to step in. Oh, there's no way. There's no way.
There's
on
no
God.
way it was the monitor the entire time. Does the HDMI just not?
Shall we slowly start, or shall we just go all back to this board and then try again?
I think we should just go back to the board
Okay.
at this point. I just feel so gaslit right now at that monitor. We plugged it into the camera and it worked. This current state, I don't know what we could have done differently.
Bunch of know-it-alls. All right, so we're back completely stock with a new monitor.
I'm walking outside and Jonah's gonna follow me if this works. Come on, let's go. All right, gamers, we are now in TF2, a game that makes sense for this PC, to be honest, and we are at 1080p, running on low, medium textures across the board, and it's playable, getting 100 FPS on average. I will say, the latencies are pretty high. You can feel the delay when you're playing this game, and in FPS titles, that can be quite annoying. It's still playable. Now, of course, this PC is primarily going to be used for games like this, like retro games, or games that are more, what would I say, games that are older esports titles. You could play Valorant probably, you could play CSGO, you could definitely play, well CSGO, yeah, is definitely era relevant, so you could play CSGO. You could also play Minecraft and stuff. And we're talking about the graphics card we're using here that has driver support that expired back in 2021. You're not going to be playing the latest and greatest titles, especially with it only having 1 gig of VRAM. But 100 FPS, TF2, no problems. And we're just gonna run around and try to like capture the flag. I cannot hit anything. I'm gonna burn to death. I can take this turret out. How many bullets does this thing take? Oh, we won, but I got sniped in the head. Hey, you know what? TF2, look at that chat. Suck my, yeah, that's TF2 for you, ladies and gentlemen. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna switch over to Far Cry 3, a game that we used to benchmark actually. We benchmarked this PC 8 years ago to see if we were right about the performance or if it actually doesn't run very well.
All right, guys, so we're starting this off with a real throwback. This actually is the exact game and the only game that we benchmarked on this almost million-view video from 8 years ago. And we were not using the nice MSI Afterburner back in the day. We just had like the single FPS overlay. So it looks like we're actually getting like a similar FPS, like 20 to 30. I will say though, this definitely does not look as smooth as when we recorded before.
Yeah, those frame times are pretty rough. The same thing was happening in TF2 where we were getting like 60 to 70, but the frame times are rough. That's just FX being FX. It's just older platform, and this graphics card is maxing out its 1 gig of VRAM.
Yeah, and obviously this is the same computer, but it just goes to show how much game optimization changes. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where
Friendlies?
but it just goes to show that with Windows 10 versus Windows 7, you know, Windows 10 wasn't really designed to run on stuff like this. And that's what we have now is Windows 10, but we at least have an SSD because I can imagine the hard drive.
Hard drive would
in
be
this thing.
so bad, especially with SATA 2. At least we're maxing out what the SD can do on SATA 2, so that's something.
Yeah, which I do kind of want to, obviously, I want to lower some settings and see what does it take now to run this in Windows 10 with newer drivers, newer, just everything really. It's just the hardware that's original, but just goes to show that they are changing stuff still. We could always go down to 720p. I don't even know.
Low might actually be close to 60. That's significantly smoother.
Yeah, this feels really good. Yeah. So it's the close to 60 FPS. Frame times actually feel nice. Like I'm moving my mouse and it's happening real time. Before it was like, it felt delayed. but this is actually playable. So I'm glad that we can at least still play on this stuff. Notice how the sunglasses are not falling off the dash, guys.
They're
unrealistic, honestly.
very secure.
It was a risk I was willing to.
Oh no!
Look it up.
Bail, bail, bail! Oh,
well,
see?
Yep.
Yep.
Come to me.
Oh, here they come. Blow, blow! Oh! Oh God.
It's called parkour. Learn about it.
Oh no, this might be it,
Y'all didn't see
guys.
this
This
coming,
might
did
be
you?
it. Oh no!
Dang it.
That was Far Cry 3.
That's a good run.
And yeah, overall, this PC can play the older titles. Would we really recommend it for higher-end games? Not necessarily, but it could play your esports styles if you want to. Now that we finished restoring this PC, let's wrap this video up real quick.
Let's see if, do you think the arrow comes back down? All right, guys, we just got done benchmarking a PC that we actually benchmarked 8 years ago, which is really weird. We have never done this before, and we hope you guys kind of enjoyed some memory lane here. And it's crazy to think that we paid about $350 when we built this PC, and it really feels like you could get so much more for $350, but if you look at the PCs being sold on things like eBay and Amazon for $350, they're not really much better than this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see how well this PC has held up over the years, and as you saw from the whole video of us trying to revive it and clean it up, it looks pretty solid overall. So yeah, guys, we were very excited with how well this PC held up, and the restoration process turned out pretty good. If you built a PC 8 years ago, let us know what the specs were in the comment section down below, and as always, be sure to check the description to follow all our social media platforms to see sneak peeks on stuff like this that we do here on the channel.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.
So this PC right here, now that it's kind of been given a nice new clean life and a new fresh install, we do want to sell it to a PC Bros customer with a 1-year warranty, of course, because it is pretty old, and it'll be a great freaking price.
PC Bros iTag, gaming PCs, gaming laptops, and so much more. Use code ToastyBros2 and check out save 2% your next purchase, and buy a build mat today to build PCs on, because it's the safest way to do it, and it looks really clean. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Peace out.